Hi, I'm Steve Piscitelli, and today fortunate to be with my good friend Will Pearsall, a musician, a songwriter, and an extremely talented guitar player. We're going to talk about social media and communicating with social media and how to do it effectively. So let's get into it. Got a couple of questions. Will, thanks for joining us.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Social media is that phenomenon that lets us create news and media. It has fundamentally changed, transformed the way we interact with family, friends, and even conduct business. The key point to keep in mind is that no matter what you're using in social media, you're building a relationship. You're making a connection with another human being. So whether you're emailing, texting, tweeting, building your own online profile, the bottom line is that you're building a relationship. And we have to be very mindful of the relationship we're building.
And I just wait till when I've got something interesting to offer or to communicate.
Yeah.
So, but it's based on a human connection. I made a connection with somebody, and that's the work part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's you're not going to get anything. You're still not going to get anything for free. You still have to do the real work of developing a relationship.
So consider something as simple as an email. Be respectful, be grammatically correct, and be mindful of your own dignity and integrity. In fact, here's a simple rule of thumb. When you're typing your email, picture the person you're sending it to. If that person was sitting right there in front of you, face to face, would you say the same thing that you're typing? It's a great rule of thumb. It's about relationships once again.
The biggest don't is just don't treat people. Don't abuse the tools.
Don't abuse the tool. Yeah, never let the tool drive you. You should always have a goal that the tool is going to help you get to, as opposed to the tool is the goal.
And it's very easy to because it's changing so fast, and all kinds of interesting, fun, sort of unique little tools are coming along. It's easy to fall into the to get swept away with the idea that the tool is the end.
Yeah, that's it.
We're playing with this, we're playing with that, but the tool is really just facilitating communication and developing, nurturing relationships.
We got a great point there. I mean, social media is changing daily, it seems like. And there are lots of great tools, but we have to be mindful of how we're using the tools. Just because we have the tool to send a video, are we comfortable with anybody seeing that video? Here's another thing to consider. It might be great when you're with a friend or a group that you know well to take photos and share them, but once they're out there globally, you cannot get them back. Remember, you can always go in and untag a photo, but you cannot unsend it. And the same thing with the words you send out in any social media note.
One or two do's when it comes to social media for the folks watching. Now, one of them I'm hearing already is be careful of what you do communicate. Make sure it has some integrity. Make sure, not some, but has integrity. Make sure it represents you the way you want it to represent yourself. Any other do? Make sure you.
Well, I think the absolute most important one is to treat it with respect. Don't do anything or send anything to somebody that you wouldn't want sent to you. If you don't want to be spammed, don't spam.
So remember what Will said. Be mindful of what you're putting out there. Don't do anything that you wouldn't want done to yourself. And you are creating this online reputation. And once it's out there, it is not coming back. It's what I love to call a digital tattoo. It is there. So learn lots, and thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Special thanks to Will Pearsall for joining us. Now it's your turn. We got a lot of great information there. we're going to focus in on this concept of a digital tattoo. Let's see what you have out there. So I want you to find a search engine like Google, anyone that you're familiar with. And when you get to that page, in the search box, type your name, and you're going to do 3 different searches. You're first going to have your name typed in, and you're going to do a web search. What comes up when your name hits the web search? Then do an image or a photo search, and then finally do a video search. What comes up? What do you find out there about yourself? What's your digital tattoo? Thanks for joining us. Learn lots. Bye-bye.